always.
I'm not black folks. I'm African.
That's the same thing. You
No,
black.
it's not the same thing. We're different than you guys.
Look at your hand.
No, we're different than you guys from here.
How are you different from me?
Oh yeah, we different.
How?
We don't do the same thing.
What you mean? So you better?
I'm not saying we better, but
That's not this.
So basically, you telling me you stealing from the airport?
I'm not stealing. I'm buying paint. That's what I told you. What do you
know what I'm saying? Black folks always stealing something.
I'm not black folks. I'm African.
That's the same thing. You
No,
black.
it's not the same thing. We're different than you guys.
Look at your hand.
No, we're different than you guys from here.
How are you different from me?
Oh yeah, we different.
How?
We don't do the same thing.
What you mean? So you better?
I'm not saying we better, but we do different stuff.
Like what? Give me an example.
Different stuff. We African, we do different stuff.
Give me an example.
Listen.
Like y'all eat rabbits and we eat pigs?
Yeah, hold on. When Obama win, I see the black folks started dancing. You know what I told them? I said, no, it's not your win. It's African who win. Believe me. And you better.
Oh, so Obama, you celebrated too?
Of course, Obama is African.
So why they can't celebrate?
This Jesse Jackson win? He never gonna be able to win. Jesse Jackson, did he win?
You said.
Did he win?
Hold up.
Did he win?
You said we was dancing when Obama
No,
won.
listen. Y'all don't act right. Let me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
and you do.
No, yeah, that's what Obama win. This doesn't win because that's what.
So you say the African Americans in America don't act right?
No.
And you do.
We do. That's what Obama over there.
You racist.
I'm not. I like y'all, but you know what? That's the reality. I'm telling you.
You're racist. You just like the white people.
No, I'm not white. I'm African.
No, you're like the white people.
No,
you're
I'm African. I'm African. You hear me?
So wait, you won't go get a diamond chain and wear around your neck?
Oh wait, no, I ain't gonna wear. I'm never gonna show my underwear. Do you see me dress up?
Let me see.
I'm not gonna show my underwear to you.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, double honor to the apostles, elders, the great millstone, and Shalom to the elected nation of Israel. This is Ratazah from the Great Millstone Atlanta camp with another video. It's going to be based upon the video that I just played, all right, that I got off of Instagram. And you heard the dialogue there that the two men were having what looked to be a convenience store. You know, the one guy filming obviously was a Jake, an Israelite, all right, a so-called African American, so-called Negro, and the other individual was an African guy, all right, which even he might be which I don't know, but he claimed to be African, but he was saying what? Basically, we're not the same, and he's 100% correct, all right. The so-called black people, the so-called African Americans in America, all right, and a straight up African, all right, from Africa or from wherever, they're two different nations of people. Okay, and this is something that, you know, we had Great Millstone, all right, beginning with the apostles and elders, and even their elders, all right, going back to the old school. This is something that we've been pushing, all right, that we as so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American people, we do not come out of Africa, all right? Africa is not our homeland, and the Africans who are Hamites, all right, when you read the Bible, okay, that's their biblical name, the Hamites, we're not of the same people, all right? We're cut from a different cloth, as they say, okay? And when you go to the comment section of where this video was posted, you know, you'll see people who are basically still lost. You know, they're still deceived. They haven't woken up to the fact that they're Israelites from their respective tribes. All right, the 12 tribes of Israel, they still latch on to Africa, man, as if the Africans are our people. All right, and the individual, you know, in that video is on point. He said, we're not the same. We're different, man. All right, and we bring these scriptures out all the time. I'm going to just get a few. All right, I'm not going to be very long. This is Isaiah 25, and I'm going to read verse 7. It says, and he being the Heavenly Father, all right, the Most High, it says, and he will destroy in this mountain, all right, the mountain represents a government. So the current government that's in rulership is the government of Esau Edom, all right, which is the so-called white man. So it says, and he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, in the veil that is spread over all nations. Now, this covering cast and this veil represent the lies, the deception, the falsehood that the so-called white man has spread throughout all the earth over all the people. And a part of that veil and that covering represents the false names that he put on the people, okay? Which everybody or every nation has a God-given name, such as the Israelites, such as the Hamites, the Moabites, the Ammonites, okay, Cush, okay, all these different nations, right? The Ishmaelites, these are all biblical names, and everybody on the earth is attached to one of those names, but through deception, through lies, and through falsehood, everybody's walking around with a false name and don't truly know where they come from. You see, especially you Israelites, man, which again is your so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. All right, but the Most High through the prophets, okay, through the men of the Lord on the videos and on the highways and byways, he's destroying and he's exposing all the lies and deceit, all right, that Esau Edom has put over the earth. All right, as the scripture says in Psalms, it says his tongue walketh throughout the earth, meaning he goes around the earth spreading lies, man. So that's why you so-called Negroes, all right, to this very day, you still think you African because the so-called white man has warped history. All right, yeah, all right, we were captured, okay, on the west coast of Africa and brought to America as slaves, but Africa is not where we started at, man. That's just where we were during that particular time period, but we started in Jerusalem. Jerusalem is our homeland, man. All right, that's in the book of Galatians. Is it 4:26? Galatians 4:26. But Jerusalem, which is above, is free, which is the mother of us all. All right, and that's where basically civilization started, so to speak, was in that particular land. All right, eastward in Eden. All right, as it were. You see, so Jerusalem is the motherland, man. And again, through the lies, through deception, all right, through the false history, we've been led to believe that we only come from Africa, and that's it. No, man. We fled into Africa, all right, during the period of 70 AD, fleeing from the Romans, and we settled on the west coast of Africa. And we dwelt there for 1,000 or so years, and then that's when the so-called white man found us, man, brought us to the shores of America. But we and the Africans are two different nations of people. You heard in the video, the so-called black guy was saying we the same, and he stuck out his hand as if to say that we the same complexion. Being the same complexion don't make you the same people, man. You got Arabs. Shit, me personally, you know what I'm saying? I'm a dark-skinned brother, and I've seen Arabs, straight up Ishmaelite, all right, straight up Arab, all right, darker than me. That don't make us brothers. That don't make us the same. That don't mean we got some type of relationship down the line, or we felt. That don't mean anything, man. To be technical, all nations are dark. All nations have melanin. You see, except for the so-called white man, but all nations have melanin, man. Melanin don't make you related. This is Exodus 11:7. All right, classic scripture. But against any of the children of Israel, all right, which the guy holding the camera, he's an Israelite, man, more than likely. All right, probably, Southern Kingdom or whatever. I couldn't see his face, but nonetheless, he's an Israelite. That's why he's confused as to why the African guy is saying that we different, man. All right, you're an Israelite, man, which Israel from the Hebrew, Yasha'Allah, which means he is a prince of the Most High. But it says, but against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue. The dog represents the other nations. So none of the nations could speak against the Israelites, man. All right. It says against man or beast, that ye may know how that the Lord Yahweh doth put a difference. See that? Between the Egyptians and Israel. Because during this time, the Israelites were enslaved under the Egyptians, who were what? Africans. All right. Another dark-skinned people. All right. Which even the so-called white man lies about that. He'll do these different movies on Egypt. He'll portray the Egyptians and the pharaohs as white people. All right, but that's a lie, man. The original Egyptians were people of color. They were, a dark-skinned people. All right, they were tall. You see, but they were different than the Israelites. The Israelites also were a dark-skinned people. All right. So melanin don't make us the same, man. Just being dark-skinned, that's no, that don't make us the same people. Because like I said, all nations have melanin. All nations are different shades of brown. Okay, so the Most High put a difference between the Egyptians and the Israelites, man. All right, let me get that other one. I think it's Exodus 1, which says the Israelites are more lively. I think that's Exodus 1. Right, Exodus 1 and here we go. Right, because Pharaoh wanted to kill all the firstborns of basically all the men, all the male babies of the Israelites. The same thing today. They got all these abortion clinics set up. They got them purposely placed right near the so-called Black and Hispanic, Native American neighborhoods and communities, man. It's the same thing all over again. All right, to basically try to do away with us, man. But what it says here, Exodus 1 and 16, and so he said, when you do the office of a midwife to the Hebrew women, all right, which today would be what? You so-called black women, you so-called Hispanic women, Native Americans, Seminole Indians. It says, and see them upon the stools. If it be a son, then ye shall kill him. But if it be a daughter, then she shall live. Why? Because, and this proves that it's the men who bring forth the nation. You see, if an Israelite, if you have an Israelite man and he lays with a woman, that child is an Israelite child. But if a heathen lays with an Israelite woman, that child is a heathen. You see, so you could reduce the numbers of a particular tribe or nation greatly if you get rid of the men, or you reduce the number of the men. So that's why Pharaoh said to kill off all the males. But I'm gonna read on. It says, but the midwives feared the Most High and did not, as the king of Egypt commanded them, but saved the men children alive. All right. And it says, and the king of Egypt called for the midwives and said unto them, why have you done this thing and have saved the men children alive? Here's the point. And the midwives said unto Pharaoh, because the Hebrew women are not as the Egyptian women, for they are lively and are delivered ere the midwives coming unto them. See that? So it says here again, just like it did in Exodus 11 and 7. All right, he put a difference, man. The Hebrew women were more lively, man, than the Egyptian women. And you see that clearly today. All right, you see a straight up Hamite woman. You see an African woman, she got that dismal look on her face. She look kind of spaced out, crusty. You know, but then you see a so-called black woman, so to speak, that's well kept, you know, that got a decent spirit on her. She looks way better, man. You can see she has soul, she has spirit, man. You see? So we're not the same as them damn people, man. All right? Let's see. It says, verse 20, therefore the Most High dealt well with the midwives, and the people multiplied and waxed very mighty. See that's happening now, man. Here they are. They got all these abortion clinics. You know, women going there aborting their babies, but our numbers are still growing, man. The children of Israel is still being birthed to the earth at a rapid rate, man. Okay, just like we did in Egypt. See, but let's get a couple more. Let's get that in the book of Acts, just to prove something real quick. Is it Acts 21 and 30? Let's start at 35. This is dealing with the Apostle Paul, all right, who also was an Israelite of the tribe of Benjamin. Okay, it says in verse 35, and when we came upon the stairs, so it was that he was born of the soldiers for the violence of the people. For the multitude of the people follow after, crying, away with him. And as Paul was to be led into the castle, he said unto the chief captain, may I speak unto thee? Who said, canst thou speak Greek? Art not thou that Egyptian, which before these days made us an uproar and led us out into the wilderness, 4,000 men that were murderers. You see that? So this captain, he thought Paul was Egyptian. All right, which again, the Egyptians are what? Africans. They're Hamites, man. You see, another dark-skinned people. So the captain or the guard at this castle, he thought that the Apostle Paul was an Egyptian, which I think when you go into the history on this, I think when you read the Josephus and other historical records, they say that there was a Egyptian guy who tried to lead a revolt against the Romans. If I'm not mistaken, he was like a zealot. If I'm not mistaken, he tried to lead a revolt against the Romans, but he got away. You know, something like that. You can read the history on that. That's where it is. That's why the captain asked him. They basically thought Paul was a zealot. See, but Paul came back and said, verse 39. But Paul said, "I am a man which am a Jew of Tarsus, a city in Cilicia, a citizen of no mean city, and I beseech thee, suffer me to speak unto the people." See that? So the point I want to prove is that the Apostle Paul, who was an Israelite, was mistaken for an Egyptian because they're both dark-skinned people. They kind of look similar, you see? So you can get confused and you can, look at it from, as far as the flesh. Oh, yeah, we dark-skinned and we got, well, nah, man, that don't mean anything, man. We're two different nations of people, all right? And the Most High made us better than them, man. That's why we excel at everything that we do. Because the Most High put his spirit on us. Deuteronomy 7:6. All right? It says, "If thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy power." Holy means separate. All right? So the Most High separated us from these other people, from these other nations, man. It says, "This is the Lord thy power have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth." See? And that's a what you would call a racist statement. All right? So the Most High chose the Israelites above all the people on the earth. All the other nations were supposed to be subject unto us, man. We supposed to rule over them, including the Africans. All right? The Africans were made to be our servants, man. You see? They're not our brothers. Okay, all right. We're not from the same line. You see, Most High separated the nations, man. All right, we are Shemitic. They are Hamitic. All right, and I wish I had the Bible dictionary, the Zondervan. Brothers already know the definition for Ham, which says what? The Negroes basically are not a part of that line. All right, the Negroes are Shemitic. You see. So, yeah, man, that's just the point, all right? We're not Africans, man. The Africans are a different race of people, you see? If you don't get it by now, you're gonna get it real soon, man, because the truth is being exposed more and more, man, all right? And that covering cast is being destroyed by the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, all right? So I just wanted to do this quick video, all right? Lord willing, you was edified. To the next lesson, Shalom.